The pharaohs of the Appalachians are real. The Appalachians don't feel empty at night. They feel occupied, like something old has shifted its weight and noticed you. Not the normal quiet that comes after sunset. This was absolute. No insects, no wind, no distant creaks of branches rubbing together. Even the forest's depth vanished. It felt flat, like the mountains themselves were leaning in. Inside the tent, the only sound left was me. My breathing echoed in my ears, loud and wet, each inhale dragging too much air, each exhale sounding like a confession. I could hear my heart thudding, slow but heavy, like it knew something I didn't yet want to accept. I tried to stay still, afraid that even the smallest movement would draw attention. That's when it hit me. I wasn't being followed. I wasn't being hunted. I was being watched, patiently, closely, like something old had already decided I belonged there. I lay still for hours, staring at the nylon wall inches from my face. Every so often, the fabric dimmed, shadows passing close enough to block the starlight, not pacing, not circling. Standing. One shadow leaned down until the tent wall pressed inward, stretching, brushing my cheek through the fabric. Something sniffed. Its breath smelled like blood left too long in the sun. A mouth worked, clicking softly, like it was tasting the air. Then a whisper came from inches away. My voice. Perfect. I didn't scream. I didn't run. I waited for daylight. At dawn, I crawled out and found the ground ruined. Footprints sunk deep into the mud, bare, splayed, warped. Some toes were fused, some dragged. One set ended in a bloody smear where the heel never lifted. They had stood there all night, close enough that if I'd reached out, I would have touched skin. I packed in silence and moved deeper without realizing it, following the smell of smoke and filth. That was my mistake. The clearing looked wrong immediately. Shelters sagged against trees, rotted boards stitched together with wire, tendons, strips of fabric still stained dark. Fire pits bubbled with fat black residue. Bones were everywhere, not scattered, sorted. A rib cage hung from a tree, still greasy. Flies coated everything, so thick they sounded like rain. Something stepped behind me. I turned. He was close enough that I could see the veins moving under his skin. His body sagged inward like it was collapsing. One shoulder rode higher than the other, collarbone poking through torn flesh. His face was ruined, nose crushed flat, one eye milky and blind, the other sharp and alert. His mouth opened, spit dripped, teeth filed down to yellow points. Behind him, more emerged. Crooked backs, twisted legs, burned scars, tumors that pulled faces sideways. A woman missing half her jaw gurgled and grinned, tongue lolling uselessly. They didn't rush me, they savored me. I bolted. Pain exploded through my foot as I hit a rock, skin split, blood soaking into dirt. I didn't stop. Behind me came laughter, broken, wheezing, joyful. They moved wrong, limping, crawling, bursting through brush. But they never slowed. Something hit my back and knocked me face first into the ground. Hands grabbed me, not hands anymore. Fingers bent at angles that shouldn't exist. Nails thick and black, digging into my skin until something tore. They sniffed my wounds. One licked the blood off my calf, moaning softly. Then they let me go, because the chase wasn't over. I ran until my lungs burned and my vision tunneled, the world narrowing to flashes of dirt and bark and pain. Every breath tore at my throat like I was inhaling glass. My chest rattled wetly, each gasp louder than the last, impossible to hide. The forest clawed at me as I went, branches ripping my arms open, thorns peeling skin back in long, hot lines. I felt blood slick my fingers, warm and constant. My foot struck a rock and split open again, pain flaring white. I screamed before I could stop myself. That was when I knew I was leaving a trail. I could hear them behind me, sniffing low to the ground, sucking air through ruined noses. Their voices carried through the trees in broken bursts, chattering, snarling, arguing in slurred half-words over who would get what part. Something crashed through the canopy above me. I barely had time to duck. It dropped from a tree and missed my head by inches, hitting the ground hard enough that I felt the impact through my boots. There was a sharp, wet crack as its ankle folded sideways beneath it. It screamed, high, long, human. The others were on it instantly, hands grabbed, teeth sank in. The screaming turned into gurgling as bones snapped and flesh tore free. The sound of breaking limbs was swallowed by chewing, wet, eager, efficient. I didn't look back again, because I knew if I did, they'd know I was slowing down. I collapsed on asphalt just before sunrise. Headlights washed over me. Someone stopped. I don't remember their face, only the way they flinched when they saw my torn skin, my bare foot, the blood-dried black down my legs. They didn't ask where I'd been. They just said, "They tagged you." I asked what that meant. The door closed, and the road carried me away. Sometimes I wake up smelling smoke and rot. Not imagined, real, thick and sour, clinging to my throat. I lie still in the dark. That's when I hear the breathing outside my window. Slow, measured, close enough to fog the glass. It never scratches, never knocks. It just breathes. Practicing, sometimes it whispers, broken syllables. My voice repeated wrong, like something learning my name. Because the Appalachians don't kill what wanders into them. They test it. They remember how fast you run, how loud you scream. And if you survive once, they know exactly how much you can bleed before you stop moving. If you made it to the end, like the video, subscribe, and stay alert. New horror stories are uploaded every week. The mountains are always watching.